December 5th, 1952, London, the city that survived the Blitz, the city that never surrendered to Hitler, was about to be brought to its knees by something far more insidious, invisible death floating in the air. It started as fog. Londoners were used to fog. They called it a pea super. Thick fog was normal in winter, but this was different. By the morning of December 5th, visibility dropped to less than 1 foot. People literally could not see their own feet walking down the street. You could hold your hand 6 inches from your face and see nothing. The fog was so thick it seeped indoors. Theaters canceled performances because audiences couldn't see the stage. The fog filled concert halls, hospitals, even people's homes. There was no escape. But it wasn't fog, it was smog, a toxic mixture of fog, coal smoke, and chemical pollutants.
London heated with coal, every home, every factory, every power plant burning coal. And that December was bitterly cold. People burned more coal to stay warm. The smoke combined with fog and stagnant air, no wind to blow it away, and it just sat there, a poisonous blanket over the entire city. The first to die were the elderly and the very young. Their lungs simply gave up. Then the chronically ill. Then healthy adults started dropping. Hospitals overflowed, there weren't enough beds, weren't enough doctors. Ambulances couldn't run because drivers couldn't see the roads. They literally had to walk in front of their vehicles with flashlights and still got lost. Crimes went unsolved because police couldn't patrol. Criminals operated freely in the murky darkness. People vanished in the smog 3 feet from their homes, never to be seen again until their bodies were found days later.
Cattle suffocated in the fields outside London. The smog killed animals at an agricultural show. Prize-winning cows died standing up, their lungs filled with toxic sludge. And the smell was sulfurous, like rotten eggs mixed with coal tar. People tied handkerchiefs over their faces, but it did nothing. The particles were microscopic. They went through any fabric, straight into your lungs, coating your throat, your bronchial tubes, your lungs in thick black tar. The death toll climbed hour by hour. By December 6th, hundreds were dead. By December 7th, thousands. Undertakers ran out of coffins, morgues ran out of space, bodies were stacked in hallways and storage rooms. Families couldn't bury their dead because gravediggers couldn't see to dig. The smog was so thick that it penetrated closed windows. People sealed their homes with wet towels, and still the smog came in. Babies died in their cribs, their tiny lungs unable to process the poison. Elderly people went to sleep and never woke up. Their hearts simply stopped. And throughout it all, life tried to continue. The government said nothing, issued no warnings. People went to work because what else could they do? They stumbled through streets like zombies, coughing, wheezing, eyes burning. Some fell and were trampled because others couldn't see them lying there. Public transport ground to a halt, buses abandoned in the streets. The underground was the only thing that worked, packed with people desperately trying to escape the surface. But even underground, the smog penetrated, the platforms filled with yellow haze. And then, December 9th, the wind came. Just as suddenly as the smog appeared, it vanished, blown away by Atlantic winds, and London could breathe again. Except 12,000 people couldn't. They were dead. Another 100,000 were hospitalized with respiratory damage. Some would never fully recover, their lungs permanently scarred by 5 days of breathing poison. But here's the truly shocking part. The government tried to cover it up. Initially, they claimed only a few hundred died. They blamed an influenza outbreak. It took weeks of pressure, of mounting evidence, of undeniable death certificates before they admitted the truth. The Great Smog had killed 12,000 people in 5 days, making it one of the worst environmental disasters in history.
worse than many plagues, worse than most natural disasters, and it was entirely man-made, caused by coal smoke, by industry, by the very progress that made London great.
The aftermath changed everything. Public outrage forced the government to act. 4 years later, they passed the Clean Air Act of 1956, banning coal burning in urban areas, creating smoke-free zones. It was the first major environmental legislation in history. Born from tragedy, from 12,000 deaths that could have been prevented. And the Great Smog became a turning point. The moment humanity realized that progress has a price, that the air we breathe can be poisoned by our own hand, that invisible threats can be deadlier than any army. Today, London's air is cleaner, but the lessons of 1952 echo across the world as cities in China, India, and elsewhere battle their own toxic smogs, as we debate climate change and pollution, as we weigh economic growth against environmental health. The ghosts of December 1952 remind us the air itself can become a weapon, and when it does, there's nowhere to hide, nowhere to run. You can't escape what you need to breathe. This was the Great London Smog, 5 days of invisible death, 12,000 lives lost to poison air, and the disaster that taught us that nature, when we corrupt it, will always fight back. Welcome to Vale of History, where the deadliest enemies are the ones we create ourselves.